everybody, it's your boy Wolf Conies here, aka Kid Wolf Conies. Today we're going to be going over one of my favorite tricks. It brings a lot of power, and I feel like people kind of get confused a lot trying to do this trick. And today we're just going to work on that. And that trick is Gumbi. Okay, so with Gumbi, I always tell people it's kind of like a lazy, over-exaggerated cartwheel that, you know, you do like, you kind of accidentally do when you fall. And then once you learn how to master that, it becomes so easy that you're just like, wait, how did I not figure this out sooner? You know, so today we're going to be going over the hand positioning, shoulder positioning, and just my kind of way and style of going into it. Hopefully that'll help you guys out, help you figure out your Gumbi. Even if it doesn't, at least hopefully you'll get some tips from it. You know, maybe it'll help you towards getting it down. With that being said, let's get down to it. Okay, so the first thing, we're gonna go over shoulder and hand positioning. Now, I also realized that with Gumbi, you know, you wanna have a bit of a shoulder flexibility. If you don't have it, that's still perfectly fine. There are many ways to get around that. Right now we're gonna go over just the way that I go into my shoulder positioning, opening up the shoulders a bit, really getting my arms and hands over my head. So, as I go into Gumbi, when I go into it, I like to think that I'm putting one hand right in front of me with my hand like this. The other hand is gonna actually be coming way back over my head. So when I come over, I'm opening up my chest as well as kind of opening up my shoulder a little bit. So as I step into it, when I go down here, this hand is gonna come almost right in front of me. And as I go into this, my shoulder is opening and reaching up to here. Now I'm opening up my shoulder right behind my head. I can't get it all the way back, but that's okay. For the power that I need to use and the power that I wanna get, that's perfectly fine. So when I hit to here, open that shoulder up just a bit. It's gonna feel a little awkward at first because it's gonna make you feel like you're falling a little bit, but that's perfectly fine. Shoulder, open, hand down. Now when you plant your hand, make sure that that hand is stable. Make sure that you're not overextending really hard, because if you do, if you go the wrong way, you're gonna end up messing with your shoulder, messing with your elbow. Be careful of that. You don't have to go super hard. You can just place it and kind of just put that weight there to kind of get you over while this hand kind of comes over your head. So as you go into it, you're gonna go here and come back. You saw where my shoulders and my hands opened up and went to. One more time, I'm gonna do it from this side, I'm gonna do it from the other way. So from here, mine happens to be a little bit more feet and butt over, which is fine. It does well for what I need to do. You know, hopefully yours will too. So I'm gonna do it this way, and I'm gonna do the same thing. You're gonna see my hands open up, you're gonna see my shoulders, my hands plant really well. I'm not overextending. There. And I'll do it this way too, just so you can kind of get an understanding. Okay, so one of the biggest things about this trick is getting used to the body positioning. So a lot of people will see, you know, kind of like this shape when they do their Gumbis like this, where it's really over-exaggerated and your feet and your butt are dangling over your head. Now that is a big aspect of the Gumbi, but it's not always necessarily the case. You know, you definitely want to take your time. You definitely want to kind of develop your own body position for it. But the biggest thing is getting used to that semi kind of awkward shape. So when you do it, I like to do this. If you're going to do it, or you're still working on it and trying to get used to it, do a cartwheel and kind of just work on being able to let your body just go a little bit and kind of get used to that, so that by the time you get used to it, you'll be able to land without any problems. And then when you start actually walking and stepping into it, it becomes a little easier to land. All right, so next up, we're gonna talk about powering your Gumbi. Now, people can stand into the Gumbi, they can walk into it. I just did an example where I just walked into the Gumbi. Now, majority of times you're gonna end up swinging into it from a kind of a twist setup, or a run-up setup, or maybe a wall, or maybe like a slow walk-into setup. It kind of depends on your style, your preference. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how I like to go into my Gumbis, how I like to power them, because this is what gives me the most amount of power. So what I like to do is I like to do a spin step, and then I like to lift my right leg into a kind of an axe swing motion. So here and then down. Now what that does for me is it gives me time to pivot and set my foot in my place, as well as get my hands ready to swing up into it. And then if I make a mistake or whatever, I can kind of just bail out of it easily without having to worry about it too much. So as I step into it, I really make sure I step, I use my arms and my hands to give me a little bit more momentum and a little bit more power, as well as stability. So when I get to here, kind of swing my body up a little bit more. Now, one big thing you want to work on, and you really want to have, is making sure that you can travel and keep your eye line where you need it to be. So basically kind of tracing where your pattern wants to go. Because the minute that you don't, or you look off somewhere, your body's going to follow. When your body follows, it can get really dicey and really weird, and it'll throw you off and maybe make you not want to do it again. So always remember to spot where you're going, keeping your eye line, following where your momentum is going. So that way as you go into it, you can keep track of where it is, all right? So, one more time, going this way so you can kind of see where I'm going with it. Here, there. All right, so that was a quick breakdown and rundown of Gumbi. Now, I'm gonna show you guys a few things that you can do with Gumbi and, hopefully help you guys to get excited and pumped up to use it. So, here we go. Alright guys, so this has been my tutorial on Gumbi. I hope you guys have appreciated it, I hope you guys liked it, and I hope you took something from it that will help you with your Gumbi or inspire you to work on Gumbi. If you guys liked it, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with all your friends. I'm really going to start bringing tutorials to my YouTube channel along with the samplers and everything else. Guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you all have an amazing time. Don't forget to keep kicking, flipping, and twisting. I will see you guys next time. Peace.